Well, hello everyone. As you've heard, my name is Bo, and I would like to answer this question for you. Are content marketers going to lose their jobs to AI? No. The answer is yes. Okay. Do you have any questions? Thank you. Anyway, that would be the simple answer. When I was asking ChatGPT, she responded, and she was kind enough to give us a chance because content marketers are not necessarily going to lose their jobs to AI. So yeah, we've got some chance. And before we get deeper into this topic, let's get to know each other. Please raise your hand if you are a content marketer, social media manager, graphic designer, blog writer, you name it. Not all of them. Not all of you are content marketers. So yeah, this topic is concerning you, but it also concerns CMOs, head of marketing, CEOs, because this topic concerns the whole organizations. So why someone might think that I'm the one talking about this topic would be a good choice. As it was mentioned, I was a CEO and co-founder of Contentino, which is a social media platform. I'm wondering how many of you knows Contentino? Raise your hand. Not so many. We could do better. But anyway, I left the company last year and took a sabbatical, highly recommend. And then in March, when the ChatGPT craziness came out, I was super excited about it because I could see the implications on marketing. And so I started to do the researches, reading the stories, opinions, and I conducted my own researches and interviews. And some of the data I would like to share with you today. So, you might hear about the Writers Guild, or basically the strike, what the Hollywood screenwriters were protesting. They were protesting for 4 months, and they were demanding that AI will not write base of the story or any part of the story, and if there are going to be edits, it has to be somehow noted that this is edited by AI. They actually won after 4 months. But think about it, one of the most creative minds, they're writing Hollywood movies, they were concerned that they will lose their jobs to AI in some extent. So, this is not just about the screenwriters. There's actually, according to Goldman Sachs, 300 million jobs in danger. So how does AI affect content marketers? On average, in general, marketers, not content marketers, marketers spend, 45% of them spend at least 20 hours a week writing content. That's half of the week. That's a lot of content to write. And this is actually what the AI is good at, in writing content. And to write a very good SEO-optimized blog, it takes on average 5 hours. And I think that the number is optimistic. It might take even longer. And this is what the AI is good at. It actually speeds up the process. It doesn't take 5 hours to AI to write a blog. There's 7 million blogs per day published every day. That's a huge amount of content. And in my opinion, most of it is shitty content, but when we asked the marketers, 82% of them said that AI-generated content is as good as human-generated one. And I have two hypotheses. The one is what I just mentioned, that some of the content marketers are creating not so good content, or the AI is actually creating very good content. And in my opinion, AI is in some cases creating even better content than some of the content marketers, because there's a huge scarcity of talented content marketers on the market. Once in a while, I'll give you a suggestion for a tool to try. I am not affiliated with Copy AI. I wish it would be my company. It's not. But my team is working with Copy AI. Give it a try. It's great for blog writing, inspirations, etc., etc. So programmatic SEO. Dixon, he already mentioned a couple of points, but programmatic SEO is basically SEO at scale. It's optimizing the content for improved SEO. And this is what the AI is actually really good at. It crunches all the data, the huge number of text, analyze it, find the glitches, find the weak spots, and gives you a suggestion for improvement. And this is a beautiful case study. ClickUp is a huge productivity software with hundreds of thousands of organic visits. They were using Surfer SEO, another tool to try. And basically, they increased their organic traffic 85% in a year. And this is not just a small local software solution with a low traffic. It's a big one. And what they did, they analyzed hundreds and hundreds of existing content pieces and provided these suggestions for improvement. It would be impossible, or it would take so much time for human power to do something like this. Midjourney, we've talked about it already. Raise your hand if you are using Midjourney, and keep your hands up if you have actually used it for a marketing campaign. Not so many. Okay, good. But I think that Midjourney has a place in our lives. And it's because if you are starting a new company, trying to new visual stuff, or if you are a small business and you don't have the budget for these talented graphic designers, I think that tools like this are very good. Like Create a Copy, it's another tool to give a try. It's going to be on my last slide. But however, it has a place in our marketing lives. If you need brand identity, if you need a visual manual, if you need a UX UI designer to create this beautiful website, well, then use the human power. But in some cases, this might work. All right.
All right, don't be surprised if your friends are talking about websites that use artificial intelligence to generate images.
Simply type in a text prompt and it'll create images for you in around a minute.
So this is a beautiful example of using technology, of using AI for a campaign. AI didn't create the campaign, it just provided the visuals, but it was the human creativity, understanding the context, and a little bit of luck, because it's a coincidence that AI understands ketchup as a Heinz bottle. But yeah, this wouldn't be possible with AI, and Maria was touching upon this topic in the previous presentation. Moving forward, do you like to write newsletters? Raise your hand if you particularly enjoy writing newsletters. Okay, 2 of you, perfect. Well, I asked this question, and the answer was that 93% of marketers, they don't like writing newsletters, and I was wondering why. So I asked them, okay, what kind of newsletters do you usually do? And their answer was, we usually announce product features or new product features or new products in general, or we are promoting our blogs. So when I think about it, well, it's super repetitive, non-creative and boring task to do. So why don't you just use some kind of tool like AI to summarize the content for the blog and just leave it to the newsletter? So anyway, newsletters are super traditional marketing channels, but they're always on the bottom of priorities because of the mentioned reasons. Not too many people like to do it, but if done right, it can still deliver great results. So when I ask if the AI would write a newsletter for you, most of them said yes. We're like, okay, perfect, we're gonna create a tool for that, where you just paste your blog post and it will create a newsletter, brand a newsletter, then you're gonna shoot it to your audience. I know it's a little bit promotional, but it costs penny, it's mine, and it's one of the products we are working on. So, moving forward, don't fear the AI, use it as a tool. Innovation never took any jobs, it always created opportunities for new jobs. You are already using many of tools at your disposal: HubSpot, MailChimp, etc., etc. But it's also the fact that it might replace the missing positions, because there's employment in marketing and advertising fallen by 13% in 3 years. And this is not just because of economic recessions and the COVID, and it's that the talent is missing almost in every single industry, and in marketing we can feel it, because it's not as sexy as it was 10 years ago. Many young people, young folks, they want to go to startups and do stuff like that. So we are missing a lot of talents, and AI can actually fill the gaps of the missing positions. Budget cuts. I will not ask to raise your hand because I believe everyone experienced that. Every time there is a recession or some crisis or problem in a company, well, HR and marketing are the ones experiencing budget cuts, and this is actually what AI can help with. It creates stuff extremely cheap. We just got to know where to use the AI in what parts. So, level up your marketing game and leave the dirty work to AI. And this is what I mean. Don't write content following the best practices. AI is good in writing best practices. We've heard it in the previous presentations. It takes the existing content and provides a solution. This is what the AI is good at. If you want to write best practices content, well, you might consider a different job, because the AI might take it from you. What you gotta be creative, inspiring, and strategic. You gotta a little bit level up your game and thinking from the higher perspective on what you are doing in the marketing. And you've heard this already. If you are not going to be strategic, you still can be creative, but learn from engineering. I believe we're gonna hear this a lot today. We gotta learn from engineering because it will give you the proper unique proposition on the market. It will save up your time, and this is going to be such a normal skill as Googling. So, what you gonna be? You need to be a gut feeling decision maker, because AI doesn't have the gut feeling. And we hear everywhere like, yeah, we gotta make a data-driven decision. Data-driven decisions, those are the best decisions. But sometimes, data don't always gives you the context, don't always gives you the feeling. And that's why sometimes the gut feeling decisions are better ones than the data-driven. Creative, out-of-box thinker, and being strategic and tactical. An example, I was prompting AI to give me some great marketing campaign, marketing plan, and honestly, after an hour of planning it, it was giving me a shitty results. Nothing new, because it's not out-of-box thinker. This is what humans are. And be emotional. AI is a machine, we are humans, we have emotions, that's our superpower, and people are not buying out of rationality. We are emotional buyers, so this is where we should take our advantage of over the AI. So, and what you should use the AI for: saving time and money. Everything was said, it's super fast, and it costs penny. It helps you with consistency, because if you don't like to write something like newsletters, well, you usually do it maybe once a month, then I do it every week, and then I'm super inconsistent because it's just bottom of priorities. But once you automate it, then you can scale it as well. This is what AI is really good at. And use it for best practices and inspirations. Sometimes we all have this writer's block, like the blank page, looking at it. And if you just type some prompt into AI, it will fill the blank page, and it will give you this little push to, okay, let's keep going, let's get going. Use it for best practices and inspiration. This is the answer, a continuing answer to my previous question, and this is what AI gave me. While AI can handle many of these tasks, it doesn't replace the need for human creativity, strategic thinking, and the ability to connect with the audience on a personal level. Content marketers will continue to play a crucial role in crafting compelling stories, brand building, building great identity, and adapting strategies to changing market conditions. And I wouldn't write it better. This is such a beautiful piece of paragraph. Thank you, AI. So, I would kind of suggest you to really give a try to some of the tools. These are my favorite ones. Most of them we are using. If you want to know some specifics about it, write me on LinkedIn. I can give you suggestions how AI can solve your specific challenge. Because you have so many tools out there right now, so many niche tools. So give it a try. To wrap it up, 4 things to take out of this presentation. I'll give you 3 seconds to think about it, what you will do tomorrow, and I will give you suggestions. Tomorrow, start learning prompt engineering. Find a course, find anything online to be better in prompt engineering. You will hear it today. In other discussions and other topics, this is the #1 skill we gotta acquire as fast as possible. Be strategic, be out-of-box thinker. That's what you gotta do. And don't be afraid to use AI as a tool, because it's super powerful. And I would wrap it up with one poetic thought. Even in a word, AI, there is I. So it cannot work without us. Well, thank you so much.